Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Exalted One and welcome back to the fucking Nexus. In today's video, we are playing as the assassin, the stealthy Nova from the StarCraft universe. Not really good at a whole lot of things, and good at really, or kind of good at one thing, which is just straight up killing people, deleting people from the game. Pretty much all of her damage comes out from one of her abilities, and that's about it. She's in almost every quick match game. I'm sure you've seen her at this point. Very easy hero to pick up and to make some kind of an impact, and not really have to bother about learning about objectives or working as a team. Nova just kind of does her own shit, and that's what the character is. They've tried to rework her a few times, and she's gotten a little bit weaker, so at the point it's a little hard to see her being used above Zeratul in particular as another stealth assassin, but we are going to nonetheless hop in and try and show her off today.
Locked and loaded.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we find ourselves on the tomb of the Spider Queen. We are going to collect a couple artifacts real quick for the event for the time being for Machines of War, and then we are going to hop right into the game. Now, Nova is a little bit of in a little bit of a weird spot. Doesn't do a whole lot that other heroes can't do and can't do better. She's just lost her place in the game, it feels like. They took away gathering power from Nova, which if she gained kills, was able to do a substantial amount more damage. Now that didn't really feel all that good though, because if she stacked it up, she could basically global kill anyone from 100% health to 0 without even thinking twice. So they did nerf her substantially. Now, at the current state, she's just real weak. Other assassins can do pretty well. She's very good on burst, however, but it doesn't really translate into much else. Now, at level 1 for Nova, we are going for long shot, increasing the range of our W and increasing the basic attack range by 30% on our first basic attack after that first shot. Now, the friendly team, Nova, Tyrande, Gul'dan, Nazeebo, and Rexxar in his new skin. Hopefully Misha doesn't die there. Now, the enemy team, Chromie, Alarak, Johanna, Nazeebo, and Rhaegar. Both teams going to have some pretty solid work, but we are going to likely be able to harass this Chromie quite well if we're able to get some kills from our Rhaegar, Rexxar. That was not the case, and he is gonna die, because he's probably gonna stop right here. Nope, alright. Good job by him. Alright, now, let's focus up. So Q is a straight line skill shot around ourselves, quite long range. We can augment that if we choose to do so, which will be in a couple of our tiers. Just does damage, nothing really beyond that. Does, I believe, a little... Nope, not even more when you're coming from cloak. So that's it, just does damage, nothing else. Now our W ability does hit a slow onto a single target. Ooh, wow, Rexxar extremely out of position. He's just gonna die. That's about as out of position as you can possibly get. Alright, we are gonna get hit by the Johanna. She's gonna be locked down though in a zombie wall. Nope, not able to do anything with it. No follow-up there. Alright, the W does hit a slow on a target. Later on in our talent tree, we can use one of our talents to augment that ability as well. Now, Nova does not do a good job at landing. As you can see, her auto attacks do not really much damage at all. 118 ain't shit in this game for auto attack damage. And she attacks quite slowly at that. So, not going to be a laner. Really like to move away from here, but nobody else is soaking experience, and we have to do that. So we are just going to mount up and just kind of stay close and just make sure that we are around the area. At level 4, we are going for rapid projection, which augments our E ability, which is a decoy. Now that does put a copy of ourselves on, god damn it, on the ground, and the enemy team does see them as though they were our plain selves. Now we are trying to... Nope, he's just gonna die. Alright. And again, the friendly team not doing a great job of minding their positioning for sure. As our Tyrande does die for the second time this game. Okay, gonna be a bit of a frustrating match, it would seem. We're going to try and soak some of those tower shots out of that. Just stay close here, just to keep us up, or at least try and stay close on experience. We're going to grab in the bush and just mount up. Now, we do have a slight delay on our permanent cloak. That is just a couple seconds, honestly, so nothing too severe. Missing all of his shots on the... Hey, we do hit her for a bit of damage. We can just... Well, we can't really bully a Johanna, to be honest, so we're just going to go ahead and walk away. The zombie wall by the enemy Nazebo, going to lock in the Johanna there. This Gul'dan not really seeming too confident. It would seem, at least. Likely to get a condemn out, but she is going to soak a lot of tower damage here. Can hit her there. Alright. And the enemy turns in. Not much of a surprise there. The friendly team does have 31, 38, 39, 42. We are going to grab a couple more of these. Rexar does fall yet again. Now we are going to need to defend the enemy Nazebo and Tyrande again out of position. Okay, so at level 7 we are going to go for Snipe Master. Basically every time that we do hit an enemy hero with our snipe, it is going to increase the damage by 15%. And that is stacking up to 5 times, so an additional 75% damage at full capacity. We are going to need to move out of that. Enemy team not grouping to take on this phase, so again, another bit of a frustration. We are soaking, so I mean that is better than where we've been at so far in this game. Now, Nova is not going to do very well on this map in any real regard. She has very poor wave clear, can't do much in that way. And the small map makes it easier for teams to clump up and to not separate where Nova excels. Yeah, 4 top. Yeah, that's a mini-map. That's how that works. Alright, gonna be a salt factory today is how I think this is gonna work out. We are a level and a half down at a very critical level. We're gonna be pushed out there by the enemy Alarak. So, though Chromie is a very, very good target for us, quite squishy, very easy to take down, low health pool, very, very good target for us normally. In this situation where our team is, again, failing to soak the lanes, it's going to be a little difficult. So if you have any takeaway from this video, because I highly doubt that this is going to work out to be the best gameplay of Nova ever, take away that you need to soak the fucking lanes. Again, we have everyone rotate. She's turning an 8. That doesn't do us dick. Hey, she does move up, though I don't know if she knows that she can heal. Because she is sitting there at a mid-range, especially with the team that they have. A very good engagement. Not a great idea at all. So again, now we are short again because our friendly Gul'dan did fall. Alright, so we are going to go and try and soak the lanes, as everyone else should be doing. But again, we have 4 mid.
Executing.
God damn it. When you are down, especially an important tier, like your ultimate ability, you need to make sure that you are on soak immediately. That is your primary goal. Forts be damned, because now what they're doing is just making sure that we are falling slowly and surely getting further and further behind in this game. So hopefully we can just soak up 1 or 2 more minions here and have our level 10 heroic ability. We are going for Precision Strike today because I think that we're going to need that additional area damage. We are going to throw that out, try and hit the enemy team there. And again, you feared them away from us. Oh dear God. It's not looking good for the friendlies. Not looking good for the blues, boys. Likely to get brought out of stealth by our nice little buddy here. Though we did juke the shit out of him, which is pretty solid there. This Chromie doing a good job of moving around and constantly being on the move. Now, the friendly team not actually soaking any lane at this point, which is kind of a feat in its own right. Like, how do you end up doing that? But, again, hey, Nazebo coming top to try and soak a little bit of damage, or excuse me, soak some experience, though tanking the minion wave not the best way to achieve that goal. Can we get someone down here? Nope, we can have Gul'dan die. Alrighty, quick match is her usual self this evening. That's a starfall. That is a starfall. Not going to be enough to kill her. They're going to have far too much sustain for that. Again, we're fighting in a... Let's see, what does Tyrande have to say? With 7,000 heals. Yeah, her whole team is around her. Suicide. Yeah, that's it. That's all me, right? It's just, oh god. Alright, well, we're gonna die here now. The, again, fearing them into me. Alright, so we're gonna try and get out there as much as, okay, no. Alright, we tried, right? That's the point, right, boys? Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, can we get the gems? Gems! Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, well, they were right next to the gems. I had 31 on me at the time that I did perish. Yeah, she's not leaving Joe's side. So... not gonna suicide. Try to kill her. So shoot past... yeah. You knew?
Acknowledged.
Did you see their team? Anti-stealth? Like, are you new to the game? Is this something that's a difficult concept for you? Why are we that far out? Well, like, everyone's talking shit to me, but they're fighting outside of our structures and making sure that we're falling further and further and further behind is not going to make the situation any better. It's someone playing poorly and trying to blame it on someone else, which, by the way, Nova is by far and large in the game the easiest to blame for just about anything. Hey, who causes cancer? Nova. Who makes you real sleepy at night? I don't know, that was a stupid example. I don't know where I was going with that one. Full assault this evening, and nobody rotating down to try and cover this. So we are now 2.5 full levels behind of the enemy team. Nazebo just kind of standing around there.
En route.
Now, if I were being a dick, I could say, hey, I would love to go kill Chromie if you would cover all the fucking lanes to make sure that that was a possibility. But, I don't know, maybe I'm just not that big of an asshole. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if they say anything again, I'm probably not going to be as a nice an individual or as a team player as I am at the moment. But this is the typical quick match that you are getting out of the North American servers at the time being. Okay. And we are going for pinning shot, or excuse me, the double charge? Double tap. Double tap! And it's going to give us 2 charges of our pinning shot. Now, you see, like, Nazebo has been gigantically, egregiously out of position the entire match. but still trying to blame it on me.
Orbital cannon.
Just trying to discourage them, but not going to be able to do anything with that. Because I've had to lane. Alright, we do need to run away. To lane the whole game. Over and over. Slumping to one lane. Losing XP over and over. Are you hot? Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, well obviously this team is the expert top NA players.
Loud and clear.
Well, they have a Rexar. God damn. Tyrande nearly refusing to heal. Yet we're playing against. Yeah. Okie dokie. That's how that game's gonna go. Okay. And Nazebo could have walked right in and gotten out of that, but decided to stay and die.
Well, this sucks.
Oh, I'll try and stay salt free. Rexar is still ranged, right?
Can't kill me that easily. On the move.
Oh, boys, but I am the problem. I am the one that's causing us to lose the game because I have 1,000 less damage than the Gul'dan that's died 7 times now it is. Alright, and at level 16, what we would go for is going to be Crippling Shot, going to increase the single target damage that we can do. Again, not able to do anything because their entire team with them the entirety of the time and getting de-stealth. Gul'dan dying. And no heals coming out. That's just perfect. We need to go for Starfall on a single heal. Alright, use our important cooldowns for the minions. Pretty solid job of the friendly team. Alright, let's, I guess, again, lane because the friendly team refuses to do that bit. Nobody actually attacking anything. Alright, so this is going well. This is going about as expected as you would think. Could use a heal to survive. Hey, we get one. We are going to die to the Johanna. Oh, misses his full corruption. Nazebo again, seemingly out of position, but just going to kind of stand there and take it. And Nazebo gonna not die, surprisingly. I really thought he was going to fall there. Now, this is just an absolute clusterfuck of failures on an amazing amount of levels, honestly. Very large amount of levels. She is hitting the Hunter's Mark. Finally, it seems to have figured out that ability for herself and is doing so on Johanna. Which, 4 targets, is about as bad as you can make them. So, let me get Starfall. Come on, Starfall. Alright, and we are stuck here again. All 5 now members of the enemy team don't really give a shit to what's happening right now. We're just gonna stand in here and just let us die. Pretty much just let us kill ourselves, which is completely reasonable at this point for them. We have nothing that we can really do. Can't get in here because the enemy team is doing a fantastic job of zoning. Though, let me guess, that is going to be all the... well, almost there. Almost got that one, boys. Almost took her by surprise for a moment. We do hit the stasis. Now, our core is falling quite quickly. Seems the Rexar has figured that out, finally.
On the move.
Alright, just gonna drop that out there. And again, we can't really do a whole lot. We can't push out because we're gonna be basically down in numbers because... Fucking see this shit? You see this shit? I'm the problem, though. It's all me. All Nova. Nova causes loss. When we, at this point, have more damage than Gul'dan, understandably, we should have a lot of damage. We should have damage.
Loud and clear.
That being said, it's extremely difficult to do damage when there's not any healing coming out for your team. When your team is literally all over the map. There's a kill by the friendly team. We are going to likely... No, we're going to try and peel as much as we can for our Tyrande, though she's going to walk right back into danger again.
Keep up the healing.
Alright. Our other damage, not doing a good job in any regard. Well, I'm sure it will still be my fault in some capacity. That I didn't do something that would have pleased the gods of North America. Alright. Now, we're being very sarcastic, obviously, but this is quite typical, actually, of the quick match experience with Nova. Very common. If a game goes poorly, it is guaranteed your fault. Your fault above anyone else's, regardless of what the scoreboard says. Regardless of what everything else says. Does not matter in any regard. Okay, we do get hit by that. Just going to try and hit out some damage, though it's not going to really make a difference for us. Alright, we're going to try and hit... yes. At this point, trying to attack anybody is utterly useless. Johanna just toying with this because there's no reason for them to try it. They do have another catapult on the core. Tyrande somehow so far out of our base that she fell. And we're not going to do much better. We got de-stealth somehow. Now, we are just going to lose the game. So we're just going to go ahead and walk and not make sure that we don't die any further. Now, 10 deaths on both Nazeebo and Gul'dan, and again, highest XP contribution. Should we be salty? Wasn't laning. So? No, that's right. I'll let it go. Be the bigger person, right? You gotta be the bigger person. Yeah, we're gonna give their Johanna that one. She played pretty well, was able to get in our face, stop us from doing anything. The friendly team, as good as potatoes, which is fairly common. Again, making sure that that's clear. A game full of salt. So much salt. Now, again, if we were looking at the talents that we went for, so stats. Yeah. But I need to do more damage, right? Because it's totally me. Now, 18,000 heals versus 81,000. You're doing less than a quarter of the healing. But again, my fault. We have 7,800 experience versus 10,000 as a Nova, where I'm not supposed to be in lane and supposed to be last in XP contribution. But again, my fault. Now, talents that we went for today. So she went Seasoned Marksman, Focused Attack. Ah, that's why. Okay, well. I mean, you can't judge someone for trying out new builds. That's what Quick Match is for. But at the same time, you can't be talking shit when you're not doing well. Now, at level 1, Long Shot, just to increase the range and the distance that we have on our W and the slow, and increase our basic attack range by that same amount for the first shot. Rapid Projection at level 3, just to get our Holo Decoy a little bit quicker and make sure we can misguide people, I would say. Snipe Master at level 6, try and get more damage on our Q when we are hitting those back-to-back. Level 9 Precision Strike, because it is the better ultimate for Nova. Not a whole lot of ifs, ands, or buts about that. You can't walk into a... or walk around a wall and negate all that damage. And at level 12, Double Tap, gaining another charge on our W. and crippling shot at level 16. Chromie does mess up the numbers always. It's super goofy. Increasing the damage by 25% shortly thereafter for the duration of the slow, which is, I believe, 2.25 seconds. And at level 20, we were going to go for likely another charge on Precision Strike, or Rewind, depending on the situation. If this game went any semblance of a good way, we would have done that. But that is Nova, and at least you did accurately see a snapshot of Nova in Quick Match, so at least that is accurate. But that is Nova in her current state and where she fits in the game. Blamed for everything, not real effective at a whole bunch of things other than killing. But my name is Exalted One, and thank you so much for checking this out, and we will see you all next time in the Nexus.